take a win on the road before you had VJ. Detroit came all the way back, made it a three-point game. How about not getting down 20?
Yeah, can you compete? Can you start off with the force?
Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Dominic Barlow, and Andre Drummond starting for the Sixers. Draymond and Moody combining on the steal.
Warriors are one of the best teams, opponent turnovers.
Brandon Pajemski, Moses Moody, Guy Santos, with Draymond Green and Al Horford for the Dubs. And where do you find your offense? Without Steph, you're averaging about 17 points fewer per game. And how do you create those shots? That one in and out of the hands of Moody. And Maxey, 29 points a game, missing that three. And you see the Sixers getting on the glass, but unable to save it. Pajemski, the trail three. And Brandon really been struggling shooting threes. And so 3 for his last 21. That's got to feel good for that to go down.
And I think that's part of the formula for this game. Get out and transition, attack before the defense is set. Warriors' formula in this game, the pace, run the floor, see if you can play fast, crash the offensive glass. It's another part of it.
Maxey. And there's two guys getting the ball out of his hand. You talked about that top of the telecast. Edgecombe missed everything there. Drummond able to follow it in.
It might have tapped the rim. It did. Clippers by 24 from behind the three-point line. But they essentially won that game in the first quarter. That's what can happen if you don't bring it to force.
Pajemski denied at the rim
from the start.
Nick Nurse won that title in Toronto, beating the Warriors. And even though Steph is not playing, Nick Nurse has 2 men guarding him on the bench. That's what Toronto did that whole series. And Dominic Barlow, what a story. After overtime, elite undrafted in year 4. And career best 26 and 16 last night.
He was the first overtime elite guy. But yeah, that's the double team again, and you just don't rotate, and the Warriors turn the ball over again.
Kelly Oubre on the step through, putting it up and out. You see Barlow getting on the glass. Ball hanging there, and Moody says, give me that rebound.
Yeah. You get a sense of how hard the Sixers play, though. You have to match that intensity.
Game on 3. 15 points against Detroit. Second best home scoring effort for him all year.
He knows he has to be a threat, but if they're going to be all the way out on you at the three-point line, you can put the ball on the floor too as Maxey misses.
Tipped up and in. Andre Drummond has been an offensive rebounding machine his whole career for 14 years.
If you watch him, he'll do his work early and box you out sometimes. He's just trying to get inside position.
Moody for 3. Second best three-point shooter in the entire league in January. February off to a good start.
Pajemski was looking at Edgecombe there. He was kind of cheating off of Moses Moody as he's going the other way, so he's flipping back to the weak side.
Edgecombe rattling that home. 1 year at Baylor, the 3rd pick overall.
Dynamic. Actually worked on his jump shot a great deal.
Swing, swing. And Draymond the open 3, but I like the ball movement there.
Well, what can you do to create an advantage? Pajemski took 2 guys with him, so there's your advantage there. Swing the ball, you get an open shot, we'll take it.
And Al Horford, that's a great contest. Made Barlow miss that.
They actually been shooting the 3-ball really well, especially last month in January. So you got to contest everything just like that. Follow Al Horford's lead.
Moody took 2 guys with him. Shot clock at 10. Brandon lost the ball off his leg.
Game of back-to-backs too, so you think of games, a lot of times Joel Embiid won't play in those. He's not going to play in one of those back-to-back games.
Edgecombe. Pajemski played him well. Guy Santos had that taken away by Drummond. You see the strength of Andre Drummond there. And Oubre missing that 3. Warriors fortunate.
Well, Andre Drummond is out there for one reason. Offensive rebounds.
Al Horford catch and shoot. And he rainbows in a triple.
He got a great chance to go in. That one almost hit the scoreboard. Such a high arc that Drummond was cheating off of him. You can't do that.
Really, from Christmas on, Al Horford has been spectacular. Oubre lasering in a 3. Oubre 38% on the year.
He's actually having one of his best seasons, percentage-wise.
Former Warrior. Can take no pass for granted on the kick out.
So that ball creates some advantage. This team will foul you too. They're 22nd when it comes to personal foul, so put them in position to foul you.
Oubre will get to the line himself.
They're actually one of the teams that gets to he is a driver slasher. We know this.
You said you can see how Philly plays in terms of their energy.
Right. Joel Embiid's not playing tonight, but he didn't have to get going until later in the game because guys like Kelly Oubre, Dominique Barlow, these guys play so hard, especially to start the games, that their superstars can just kind of coast in there, take what the defense gives them, diagnose the game, get going when they want to get going.
Yeah, Pat Spencer comes in. He has the best assist-to-turnover ratio on the Warriors as Moody misses that three.
And he's so great handling in those ball screens, the decision-making.
Oubre setting up Edgecombe. You knew he'd have a bounce back because he was 1 of 11 last night, and he's too good a player.
So Rico Hines is here as an assistant coach. He worked with me, and he was here with the Warriors. Baron Davis was here, we believe. He's an amazing coach, amazing guy. All the players love him. He works. Guys are having to play make that aren't used to doing it as much. You can turn the ball over, especially against a team that's 9th in opponent turnovers. Warriors are 4th, though, in opponent turnovers, so you got to get active with your hands and force something.
Pat Spencer, off back iron there. Will Richard coming up with the offensive rebound. Anthony Melton's first playing time. He and Horford have been excellent as a tandem. And Draymond hitting the three.
Okay, so now he's hit one. Andre Drummond was kind of close to him there. He could show and go the next one if he wants to. Get inside, score for himself, or make a play. There's another double team. They want to keep Tyrese Maxey all the way out of this game.
Great time to set up a relocating Maxey. That's a very difficult shot. Maxey's so good. He's 0 for 3, and the Warriors are making life difficult. Horford has made 2 threes here in the first.
And transition, early offense before the defense is set. You see guys were kind of stuck in the paint there, and they just swung it over to Al Horford. He had an opening.
Yeah, 9 of the 10 Warriors shots are threes. And 5 of 9. Oubre hitting another 3.
When they're at their best, they're moving the ball too.
Oubre averaging 14 a game. Spencer, he's not going to turn it over. He'll get it back. And knocked out of bounds. He did turn it over. I was hoping it was off as the Nick Nurse has them playing their best basketball. I think they're being overlooked in the East.
Me too.
28-21, and Embiid is healthy.
They're just trying to stay out of that play turn. They're 6th, so they're good now.
The shot is short. Trent Watford missing that. Draymond sending Melton on his way. Anthony Melton on the quick post, working the one side. Now Melton on Drummond. Couldn't quite get by him, and you just see Maxey in the passing lane. Fortunately for the Dubs, he was out. And the Warriors make something out of nothing. Little Clinton post push shot.
See D'Anthony Melton re-established there. Little twinkle toe action. Got footwork like a ballerina.
Drummond trying to create space and quick post. Don't just give away a foul. Now, if you're going to foul Drummond, he's not a great free thrower, but that time post went straight up and bothered him on the shot. Buddy Hield cutting. Will Richard for 3 with Oubre flying at him, and he made it anyway.
You get the initial drive in there. Now you're making it.
Grimes in. Watford driving again, putting it up and out, got his own rebound. And here comes Drummond. Quinton Post said no, but then Trent Watford able to put that in.
They're relentless, attacking inside. They're sticking with that double team, and guys are driving off of that.
Melton, nifty move in the paint.
How about counter moves? No tornado move on Oubre.
The Warriors don't turn it over. So far, so good. 8 of 13 shooting.
Well, they have a lead.
Maxey cutting without the ball, flipping it up and in.
He's actually gotten really good at that, playing without the ball. He actually kind of learned that at Kentucky.
Threw that one away. The Warriors are piling up the turnovers now. 6. Grimes was a restricted free agent. He can score. How about quick post? 3 times now, point-blank range, but now another Warrior giveaway.
Got to be careful with the outlets.
Grimes couldn't hit that 3. Melton, a good look from deep.
He can drive that.
Clinton Post fighting for that rebound, got on the deck, but Grimes comes up with it.
You got Drummond closing out to you there if you're D'Anthony Melton.
Great thrown to Drummond, and he had it blocked.
The Warriors are sprinting back.
Buddy Hield got a piece of that along with Melton. Buddy on a sidestep 3, and Pat Spencer inside.
And you got to outwork him. You got the Sixers.
points. The fact that 9 guys scored, everyone feels like they're part of the offense. That's a good thing.
They need to win that battle as Moses Moody misses one. The Sixers are 27th in bench points. The Warriors are second there. The Warriors are doing it together. They have 12 assists already, or 10 assists already.
Grimes, Moody ran him off the three-point line. Grimes got all the way to the cup.
He's not just a shooter. He's not shooting the three ball as well as he would like to right now either. So seeing one go inside, driving first is a good idea for him.
So Podziemski with Draymond, Moody, Will Richard, along with Al Horford, beginning the second for the Warriors. Moody driving, nice kick out to Draymond, corner three. Here comes Watford the other way, playing with Bona, along with Edgecombe, Grimes.
You're getting the looks you want though offensively.
Quentin Grimes, he was a restricted free agent, as was Cam Thomas, as was Kuminga. Hey, that push shot from Watford, and Bona tipping it up and in.
I told you about Bona's offensive rebounding. Watford, he can play, man. He can shoot it too. 39% from three-point range, but he's got floaters. He's really the reason the bench battle is as close as it is.
Podziemski, you like that shot with the elbow jumper, unable to hit it though. Edgecombe, he just plays at a different speed all the way to the rim.
You got to get back and then be ready to defend. It's a different thing when you got to get back and move your feet for a dynamic player like him to attack you.
Last 4 games, Philly 504 points. Lennon mentioned how good they were offensively in January. Bona's got a steal, and Bona's got a dunk.
So this quarter has started out in the worst way possible. You got
shot attempts.
You got to take care of the ball. They're running through the gaps. They're trying to shoot through there at times. They're trying to deny at times. Sometimes you can backdoor cut.
Al Horford waiting for that split action. Edgecombe hit the deck. Buddy Hield couldn't hit that. Podziemski kept it alive. An extra opportunity for the Dubs.
Edgecombe is still shaking up Draymond. Laid him out on that split action screen.
These are just turnovers that are maddening. I mean, some of it's Philly's defense, but Bona dunking that one down. I mean, the Warriors are wearing black jerseys. Throw it to a guy wearing a black jersey.
Well, this is where you have to take a beat. Buddy Hield just got sped up there. It's just a lazy pass. Kind of threw it before he knew what he was doing.
Horford thought about that three. Shot clock at 7. Swing, Guy Santos. That three halfway down and out. That was a good-looking offensive possession.
This is a game where you can't have extended mental lapses as Kane misses one.
Ricocheted off to Edgecombe and missed so badly.
You're just trying to keep the game as close as possible and obviously get a lead whenever you can.
Guy Santos picked the pocket, and Buddy Hield laying it in. He doing everything on that play, and he delivered the pass at just the right time.
Really fundamental, though. But Grimes tried to go at him. He's trying to go ISO there. Guy just reached in. He's got some quick hands. Then make the play on the other side. Any fast break points you can get, it's a sigh of relief.
Nick Nurse is like, hey, we're building a lead without Maxey in the game as Edgecombe buries the three.
Well, Maxey's got 2 points. It's been everybody else working. They double-teamed Maxey when he was in there.
Buddy took a beat and then found Podziemski. Bona's a great defender. Dealing with him, once you've got him lifted out of the lane, see if you can get somebody else at breaking the paint. Buddy Hield does to put it up and in.
But he took his time. He saw he had a little bit of space there. Go ahead and make a quick move. Don't mess around with it too much. Get by your man. See what you have. You have a little floater.
10 Warriors have scored. No problem with the shooting percentage. It's just getting shots up. The way this team's shooting threes as Grimes buries another one.
He's a better shooter than his percentage. He's 34% from three-point range right now.
Said in Philadelphia, the Warriors got down 24, came all the way back to take a 1-point lead with 11 seconds left. Buddy Hield missing that wing jumper there. But you don't want to keep digging huge deficits if possible. Down 20 to Detroit, came back, made that a 3-point game. Watford lost the handle, got it back, and then lay it up and out, but draws the foul.
Well, it's just the way you started this quarter with an extended mental lapse. You won the first quarter. So if you just kept playing that way and staying away from the rebounds, Talk about short minutes being effective. There's guys in this league, as he misses the first free throw, there's clearly guys is just going totally away from ISO. Like Jimmy Butler ISO without Steph Curry in the game. Now it's about the ball movement. You're trying to find that flow. Go ball screen, split action, whatever you want to do to get that ball movement going.
You see the screen and you see the passing.
You had the 10 assists in the first quarter. It's gotten a little more stagnant now.
Oh, reversed on the other end.
Got a little handoff there. Got him the step. Defender has a bad angle.
Yeah, you're shooting 54% for the game. You're shooting 44% on threes. It's all about just getting shots up. Edgecombe. He has a lot of wiggle to his game. Buddy knocked it away. Gee, diving on the deck, but couldn't quite save it. A good defense, Buddy Hield. Gonna let that go. And Bona flying in to hammer that in.
He's moving at a different speed, okay? The Sixers bench has come in and changed the game.
So Dan Bona with 10 points off the bench.
You got to match their intensity. He's on one right now. Warriors got to crack it and box him out for one.
Britton post with a nice step around, and everyone just hung on iron.
Danger zone right now. They're trying to extend the lead out even more.
And the Grimes will back up and launch another three. The Warriors led by one at the end of one, but they've been run out of their own building the first 6 minutes of the second.
Warriors were winning the bench battle handily in the first quarter. Now it's 25-21 in favor of the Sixers.
Spencer with Bona on him. Shot clock at 3. And Pat with a wing jumper off iron post with the rebound.
Yeah, they're not getting the same type of movement. Let that ball movement create an advantage, create some angles to the basket, create some long closeouts so you can drive. There you go.
Here's Santos to beat the shot clock buzzer. Gee for 3. He's coming off back-to-back 16-point games, both season high.
I'm going to skip it across. You can do a little drive and kick, a little short, quick one.
Grimes is trying to take over, but missed that 3.
Grimes is another one of those guys that can have those spurts where he just goes off for a while.
Buddy, show and go, got by Bona, good defender to lay it up and in.
Buddy Hield's going to test and see how good and how versatile Bona is as a defender, as a big.
The Sixers will take time. Fantastic.
Till is another amazing one.
Yeah, that's
heavy.
That's a very tough move. Buddy Hield looking for Quentin post. He had Maxey on his back and kind of threw it away.
He was looking for GP2, had a right idea, just threw it so late after he cut.
So Grimes and Barlow with Andre Drummond, Oubre, and Maxey back in. Sixer lead is 10. And Buddy Hield. He had the cutter, and he had good awareness to steal that. Melton catch and shoot 3. And GP2 kept it alive. An extra opportunity. Melton one more time. The Warriors are working hard right now.
Well, GP2 being in the game helps. He's going to match the energy we've been seeing from the Sixers bench.
It's a little disappointing as they're double teaming Maxey to good effect. Drummond for 3. And I love Andre Drummond, but I'm giving him that shot all day.
We were watching him take that shot in warm-ups.
And it's because he can't be an offensive rebounder if he's 24 feet from the basket.
He can't rebound his own miss. If he misses it long enough, maybe.
That's true. Post. I want him shooting 3.
The great thing about the three-point battle is the Warriors have guarded the 3 ball well, too. 6 for 21 from the Sixers.
Draymond opening the second half, missing that 3. BJ Edgecombe with Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Dominic Barlow, and Andre Drummond for the Sixers, and they give it right back.
Well, Edgecombe just threw it at his shin bones. Barlow couldn't handle that one, but the Warriors are guarding the 3 ball extremely well. 32 points in the paint, though, so that's where your focus lies. Now you got to clog up the paint, too.
Jemski holding and waiting for a cut. The shot clock at 8. Ran it on Edgecombe. Santos the open 3. Ricocheting out to Drummond. Now the Warriors had 11 turnovers in the first half. What's the number, Kay, for the second half to win this game?
5.
Okay.
Stay under 5.
Season high is 25 turnovers. That was in a loss to Portland. So
We've seen the Warriors do it, though.
Absolutely.
Just change gears at halftime.
Edgecombe off back iron, and Guy Santos came back. Don't just to let Drummond grab every rebound.
It's all hands on deck. There's 5 guys out there. Use all 5.
Playing without Jimmy Butler the rest of the year. You're playing without Steph Curry tonight. Horford off the Pajemski drive, and that 3 is flat.
Well, the 2 good looks. You got that one off another ball screen. Change the angle on that one to get inside.
It sounds silly. I'm just happy there's a shot attempt every time.
Basically. Got to give yourself a chance.
Maxey back to Drummond. Great little space on Draymond. Drummond unable to hit that, and Oubre the offensive rebound, and then back to the ground. Rebounds in a game. You're like, wait a minute, this can be part of my game. I'm going to do it. Little Phoenix Laker road trip.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, as a young player in this league, you're always trying to figure out, what do I have to do to get consistent minutes? For him, it's offensive rebounding and energy and cutting. All of that, running the floor.
Santos with Oubre knocking that away, but it'll be Warrior ball.
And Guy Santos has been playing so well.
And then Bona with 10 for Philadelphia. They've done a good job bottling up Maxey so far. Pajemski had a good look at that 3, but out back iron.
It's another solid screen from Al Horford. You like the looks they're getting. You don't want to get 3 happy, though. Sometimes you turn the corner and see if you can get a little closer to the basket now. You've missed a good amount of them already.
Bray with that strong left hand, and
they called a foul on Moses Moody.
You're in this game against a Sixer squad that's won 4 in a row. They took care of the Clippers last night. That ball kicked. That'll recycle the shot clock
out to Eric Hausen.
So much so that the Warriors gave him a championship ring on ring night. Because of that, they brought him out there and had him unveil the banner.
He deserves it.
He is the Steph Curry of his job. Oubre off front iron there. Edgecombe off front iron again. Sixers' 3rd opportunity. These long rebounds would be deviling the Warriors this trip down. Shot clock at 5. Edgecombe's got to create something out of nothing. He has no problem doing that. Moody stayed down. The Warriors played phenomenal defense 3 straight times, but good offense beats good defense in this league.
They had the Warriors spread out enough, gave Edgecombe enough space to go ISO.
Draymond doubled. Melton open 3. The Warriors have not scored in the half here. They've all been 3s. They've all been open looks, and they haven't hit any of them.
I was going to say they are getting open looks. Tyrese Maxey just lunged at Draymond. Thought he would sneak up from behind.
Maxey is fouled from behind.
So much basketball. I said he watches NBA every single day. He'll be playing video games and still have his point guards. Likes watching Donovan Mitchell, SGA. Student of the game. Refreshing.
Warriors need to break the seal here in the 3rd quarter. Only 4 minutes of not scoring. Al Horford missing that hook.
Well, Al Horford had the mentality you're looking for, which is to go inside after you missed a bunch of threes.
Maxey getting it back now. He's got Horford on a switch. 2 men were lurking there. Coming on the kick out. Oubre for 3. And so this is just like the Ruck and Iverson now are running Reebok.
They are. Well, Iverson's got a lifetime deal with Reebok.
Guy Santos off the Melton delivery, and there's the first bucket of the 3rd for the Warriors.
Well, that has been the problem. At the start of the 2nd quarter, it was a turnover. This quarter, it was just missing shots, but they're getting the looks they want. They got another good one there.
Edgecombe. He will draw a foul.
Edgecombe is bound.
People are asking on different levels, like, what are the Warriors going to miss without Jimmy Butler? He just drove to get knocked out, and he got 2 free throws. He won 1 of 2, but the free throws right now are 15-2, and that has nothing to do with the officiating. That has everything to do with the Warriors are so perimeter right now. They're not going into the lane.
We saw how Edgecombe jumped into someone there.
Right.
Warriors have driven at times this game. They just drove to pass. They haven't really jumped into someone.
Threw it away. Draymond tracks it down. Shot clock at 3. Buddy had to hoist off front iron there. So the Sixers bottling up the Warriors.
You don't want to let them get too much separation. You're just trying to keep this thing as close as possible. Here's another double team looming for Maxey.
I like the plan on Maxey tonight, though. He's 1 of 5. Just other Sixers are executing. Edgecombe with the shot clock at 3. From the elbow, the fadeaway. Pat Spencer could not have played him any better than that.
And Draymond kept drumming off the glass by himself.
Draymond an open 3. Okay. It all started inside out, and then Guy Santos on the swing, and the Warriors have cut it to 7.
And D'Anthony Melton creating, driving in there, and make defenses react.
Threatening the lane. Oubre on Santos. That was the best hair matchup of tonight. And out of bounds, that's Warrior ball.
So basically, they kept Oubre on the sideline there. Both defenders.
And come from 15 down in the first half. Draymond missing that 3. They're down double digits here and then cutting it to 7. So they're trying to have the extended comeback. And Edgecombe corkscrewing and laying that up and in. That was pretty.
That's hang time.
AJ Edgecombe's got 16.
You're okay with the way the Warriors have shot the 3 ball, but they can show and go some of these, especially when they're closing out all the way.
Speaking of show and go, Guy Santos hit in the face.
Drew a foul.
It was the first team foul of the quarter. Shot clock at 7. Okay, now wait a minute. Melton hit the deck there. Pat Spencer to beat the buzzer and hit the 3.
Anthony Melton got knocked over and threw a bullet pass from his backside.
That's the new play. Get knocked down by Pat.
Pat Spencer was ready for it. Give him credit.
Grimes on the sideline. Shot clock at 12. Edgecombe's been the hot man for 3, and he got it. VJ Edgecombe, he was 1 of 11 last night, 8 of 15 for 19 points tonight.
Well, Guy Santos was in front of Drummond under the basket when he caught the ball. That's a long way to go.
Spencer has Drummond switched on to him. Guy Santos setting up, good post, shot clock at 5. Late clock again for the Dubs. Honey healed and a wide open layup.
Through there, got a little bit of a rub screen, an intentional one. Intentional, unintentional.
Watford to get it to Drummond, he was fouled.
And for the Sixers, you got to try to keep your aggressiveness while keeping your discipline. Roll. Rick Celebrini's son will be cheering for him.
Drummond 1 of 2, and the Warriors don't get the missed free throw. And now the lob. Drummond again rebounding his own miss. And Watford, somehow the Warriors come up with a stop. And then you've got a goaltend. Now wait a minute.
Oh, so you can challenge this. They actually called something here more. They only have 8 offensive rebounds. That's not enough.
They've been good in this building, 17 and 8 at home.
His crowd is looking for something to cheer about. Got to give him something.
Shot clock at 3, and Bona missing the dunk, but he was fouled.
Yeah, you got a double team initially, and Bona was just sealing his man behind him.
Juan with his 4th foul. Bona hitting the free throw. He's apparently involved in some roster shakeup. We'll find out on Thursday at noon.
We'll miss that second one. But sometimes in games like this, it's easy to go through stretches where your energy is just down. Obviously, the Warriors haven't been making as many threes and jump shots as they would like, so frustration kind of leaks over.
Grimes trying to stay with Melton. Anthony did well to hold on to the ball. Horford on Bona. Shot clock at 3. Uncle Al with the baby hook. Horford, second Warrior double figures now. He has 10.
It's so valuable to have a guy like him who you can give it to in the post and he can get a comfortable shot. No double teams coming. Take your time. Cook up something nice.
Edgecombe for the baseline. VJ Edgecombe with 21.
See the elevation he gets on that jumper. You're not bothering that.
Warriors throw it away, and
Al Horford can do that.
Can you string together some stops here? Grimes misses a 3, but 20 offensive rebounds and then another foul.
One of the best offensive rebounding.
2 quick team fouls, and you don't want the Sixers to get into the bonus early in the 4th. Brendan Watford putting it up and in.
This is a game for their others. Tyrese Maxey saying, hey, you guys go ahead and take care of business.
This is their biggest lead for Philly. Rudy out of the corner. Drop it in a 3.
You're going to need more of that.
You don't mind 41% on threes, 15 of 37, but Free throws are 21-2, and you've given up 15 turnovers, and now a third foul.
It's a deflection team, opponent turnover team.
Yeah, Horford plays about 23 minutes a game, so he's at 19. With 5 fouls, his minutes are going to expire anyway. So Steve's saying, leave him out there. Watford has been the creator. Oubre for 3. Bona tipping it up and out. Watford kept it alive. Another offensive rebound.
They're just outworking it on the glass.
Edgecombe missed everything.
Oh my goodness.
And then Oubre tapped it back into Watford.
It was basically an air ball. Usually air ball goes to the offense, but Moses Moody was there. But Oubre just had a quicker reaction.
Moody hit 1-3. One short, but Melton tracking it down. So Melton in the lane and had that blocked by Watford. Out of bounds. It's still Warrior ball, but
as shorthanded as the Warriors are, you have to be the more aggressive team. And it has to be evident. You got to be able to feel it. It hasn't been the case.
Watford missing that 3.
A lot of threes.
39 of them already.
Active hands on this side. Deflections. You got to do something to be able to run so you can feel good about yourself. See something go in.
Grimes missing there, and Melton will track that down.
See if you can make something happen here.
It around to Pajemski. Bottoms of 3.
Because they kind of went for the glass to keep them from boxing you out sometimes on their offensive side. And the Warriors just don't have as much firepower as the Sixers still have on the court, and that's without this guy, Tyrese Maxey, having a monster game.
I mean, Maxey is 2 of 8. He averages 29 a game, and you've got him bottled up. The Warriors have any kind of shooting here. Pajemski misses that 3.
They just haven't gotten enough going to the basket in this game. Because when you do have a presence inside, that opens up your 3-ball even more.
Barlow knocked away by Draymond, but right to Oubre. That's an air ball that make it 24 offensive rebounds.
They're just reacting quicker. Sometimes it's not even the physicality, it's just anticipation.
Draymond skipped past to Moody, and it went right through the wickets.
Yeah, they're both saying that's my bad. Yeah, you're shorthanded. There's going to be games like this where you need everybody to do it together. Someone to have a big game and get hot. Warriors haven't had that one player get hot, really.
Sixers 13 and 8 on the road. They've been a good team away from home. Deflects out to Barlow. Shot clock at 1. He recognized it late. That's an air ball and a 24-second violation, but the Warriors had the ball.
Let's see if the Warriors can play with some pride here to end this game.
Moody off iron.
You just play to the final buzzer. Get your energy up. How's your spirit bar as you get Tyrese Maxey drawing a foul? You just got to test the guy that's guarding you.
Coming inside. Up and under to put it in.
Edgecombe extended him out as far as he could on that right side of the floor. Just skipped it across. And that made it to where Drummond had an angle to the basket. Kind of an acrobatic finish.
Draymond broke the paint. Moody's got the open 3. Moses is 4 of 8 from deep.
He's having a good game efficiency-wise.
He's got 12. He's the Warriors' leading scorer.
That's all he's shot is threes.
That's all the Warriors have shot for the whole second half, basically. Edgecombe going to work on Buddy Hield with a shot clock at 7. And Barlow the open 3.
Yeah, they're giving that up because Draymond is basically showing help on the strong side. So his man had to come in and help Draymond out. You kick it out to the 3-point line.
Now Spencer had it knocked away. The turnovers and the offensive rebounding and Philly being hot coming in. Right now, their biggest lead is right now.
See if you could draw a foul, see if you could finish at a high level. He did that, especially on a night where there's no Joel Embiid and they got Tyrese Maxey hemmed up as the Warriors miss another 3.
We have, are you waiting for it? Philly's first foul of the 4th quarter.
Wow.
This is on the rebound.
I'm telling you, it is.
Well,
they'll foul you. You just haven't put them in position to foul you.
The fewest free throws by any team in the NBA this year is 4. The Warriors are at 2, and there's 5:40 left in the game. In a home game. And that one.
They just had more juice in the first half. The Warriors did. It's kind of been low energy. They've been a little more flat this half, and they've been frustrated by the missed threes, it looks like.
Well, they came from 15 down to make it a 3-point game at halftime, but it's just been Philly slowly but surely edging away as Barlow misses there. Make that 25 offensive rebounds till Spencer took it from Drummond. And out of bounds, still Warrior ball. Anthony Melton down the lane to flip it up and in.
There you go. There's a drive to the basket. Turn the corner. Don't take no for an answer.
Well, Anthony Melton and Al Horford were fantastic in the month of January, and Melton is all the way back healthy. He's played some great basketball to the point where he's the highest plus-minus player on the Warriors. And there is Tyrese Maxey getting involved.
Show people, remind people who he is. Remember me? But this is a great game for the Sixers, just in terms of taking the pressure off of Maxey. They think I'm going to pass the ball. Same kind of thing. If they think his teammates are going to attack and be aggressive and be threats out there, he can be even more dangerous. It's tough to double team.
Shot clock at 6. And Spencer in the lane, little mid-range. But that's Spencer in double figures. We said the Warriors would have to put 6 or 7 guys in double figures. They have 5 in double figures.
Get back to that ball screen game with Pat Spencer. And that time they set the screen inside the three-point line.
But he went for the steal there. Maxey will back it out. Edgecombe at the end of the clock. He has no problem creating his own shot. Perfectly done. And he's got 23.
He wasn't satisfied with the highlight reel we showed of him. He needs to still work.
Santos just walked his way right in. There you go. Strength is shooting threes, but it can't be so three dominant that you just forget about going into the lane. You can't win an NBA game with 2 free throws.
Sometimes you
just can't.
You need to lean on someone in there.
And Drummond hit a 3. So Andre Drummond, his percentage is not bad, by the way, 36%.
Well, he likes those corners.
He does.
And he worked on that before the game. He said it.
Santos, he can shoot, by the way. He proved that at Santa Cruz, and he's got in the last 3 games 16, 16, and 13.
Well, I keep saying he's got game. Every now and then he'll pull out a move on you, some type of Brazilian style.
Philly 108-105, and they shot 2 free throws in the game.
That's wild. That was against the Sixers too. That's crazy.
So let me rephrase. You can win a game once every 10 years when you have 2 free throws.
It's not very probable, as Edgecombe is still working and talking crazy to people. He's talking to Buddy Hield. All Buddy Hield could do was smile.
We're 245 away from the fewest free throws shot in an NBA game by anyone this year. 4 being the low. Richard, air ball there. Oubre with the rebound. Warriors are going to go into a buzzsaw and play Phoenix, where Dylan Brooks is starting to play like Kobe Bryant the last couple games with Devin Booker out.
Yeah, he is kind of starting to play like an all-star.
He had 40 and 27 back-to-back games. They want Maxey to get his average, I guess, because I don't know why he's still in the game as Watford hits a 3.
Well, Watford, all of them are still in the game.
Well, Maxey plays the most minutes of any player in the NBA.
The game was over. I don't know why Nick Nurse. Okay, here we go. Now it takes more than that in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean they drew 5 fouls on Philly the entire game. And shot 2 free throws. Jimmy Butler would do that in a quarter by himself.
They just had no inside presence. And you are shorthanded, and you're missing your downhill guys.
Edgecombe off iron there. Alify Leones with the rebound. Yeah, at Phoenix and then at the Lakers. Then Memphis at home, San Antonio, and then the All-Star break.
Yeah, these types of games.
The crowd had a little fun. Philly was called for their first foul in the 4th. The lob inside. Trace did well to catch that. But he healed for 3. Warriors 18 of 47 on threes. And their 3-point game at halftime just got away from them in the second half.
There was just such a big gap between the physicality of these two teams. The Sixers took it to them. Warriors just didn't really have an answer.
Spencer knocking that away. Buddy Hield pushing ahead. Leones through that low. Was in the game.
Yeah.
For Philadelphia, 14 and 8 away from home, 29 and 21. Warriors have dropped to 27 and 24, but Hurting in the Western Conference. Larry Walker had that denied.
The East is wide open. The Sixers, maybe late in the season when they do, as Pat Spencer knocks down a three.
Pat Spencer is 5 of 8 and has 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Let's make it the Pat Spencer show again in some of these games.
But there's going to be some oddities on this.